Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Ryder, and I'm joined by Reed and Armstead. Follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Now let's start the show. All right, so now we're switching over into names. We have ourselves a great podcast here. We've got ourselves the Ryder special guest this week.
Yo, yo.
Of course, we've got Reed and Armstead, and of course, I am Ryder.
Also known as the Star.
Yes, I am a star. Thank you. I really
I'm talking
appreciate
about myself,
you.
Obviously.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that you were doing that.
You did.
Of course you know he was doing it.
First things first, I want to say RIP to all the people that we've lost recently.
80,000.
No, not them. I'm talking about the famous ones. Nothing against anyone.
80,000 job openings for 30 million people.
But also, I would like to show love to all the people who survived.
Well, yeah. The 1.7 million recovered. This is special shout out to you. You've dealt with some shit, and I know a lot of y'all are still ongoing. The recovery effort is still ongoing, but we gonna make it as long as you niggas stop just running outside because you can. In the park because you can. Like, let's pause. Let's space things out a little bit. But what I wanted to start today's podcast off with is the thing that no one's been talking about.
Dick?
Well, no. The dick is always talked about because, the dick always takes care of the young ladies. But neither here nor there. Joking. All the world leaders disappearing. So Nicaragua's leader, which I know nobody's heard of Nicaragua since the 70s.
You said nigga rah-rah?
No, not Nicaragua. Nicaragua.
What was that show? Where dude talk like that? What was that? Gumbo? No, it wasn't Gumbo. What the fuck
Chowder.
was it? Chowder. That's what it was. Yeah.
Ryder. That was Rada.
Yeah, Rada. Yeah, okay. I knew it was something like
that. Now
there's
Ra. That's Ra, which is a whole nother anime. But
yeah.
Nicaragua's leader just disappeared. Nobody's talked about this nigga. Nobody's seen this nigga. It's been like 3 weeks.
Vanish.
This nigga got disappeared.
Smoke.
And he was not even in China. He wasn't in Japan. This nigga just disappeared.
Where's he from?
Nobody said anything.
Where's he from?
He's from Nicaragua.
Oh.
Yeah, he just disappeared. Like, that'd be like if Donald Trump just vanished from Twitter. You'd be like, oh shit, it's goddamn aliens. This nigga been silent for 48 minutes? Nah, something's up. Niggas plotting. And also, Kim Jong-un. I know that the video surfaced of him at the meat processing plant, but as many have specified, since he hasn't been seen since then, that nigga's probably dead. It's probably a state video. They're going to put one out every couple months to make it seem like he's doing okay. And also, what's up with that weird arm thing that he has going on right now? Like, it's just some things just not really sitting well. Now, you also have conspiracy theories that Justin Trudeau, or the Canada's prime minister, Justin Trudeau. Jason, or not? It's not his name. Is it Jason?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Jason.
Yeah.
Trudeau.
Jason Trudeau.
That's it.
Jason
Trudeau.
It's Trudeau.
I
know that much.
What were you trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, there's a conspiracy theory that he was involved in part of the QAnon bullshit.
QAnon.
What is that?
Because it came from Anonymous. Basically, it's a conspiracy theory that states that Donald Trump is turning over the liberal agenda of raping babies and eating flesh and all this other really weird shit. That is pretty much
the liberal agenda.
I mean, that's not the liberal agenda, but...
I'm sorry, corporate Democrat liberal agenda.
I mean, look,
Ouch.
I'm
Nancy Pelosi, she looks like Sheik's babies.
I mean, look, she don't look like she'd babies because she would have better flesh.
I'm sorry, I second that.
If you look at Nancy Pelosi, Paul Ryan,
how you think she got that baby silky skin still, man?
Her
She's
skin
like
don't
going
look
on
silky
70.
smooth.
Come on now.
If anything, she looks more like a reptilian.
You see how
but that's
nigga,
a whole different conspiracy.
Charlemagne the guy, he got that nigga too.
I mean, I don't think Charlemagne the guy.
Why that nigga shine so much? He shines so much.
Well, he shines so much because that nigga uses coconut oil.
Nah, it's something else, bro. I seen niggas use coconut oil.
No. I'm saying all over. Like that nigga goes in a bath of coconut oil.
That's something different.
Nah, man. I'm pretty sure it's coconut oil. Also, he probably has that Cambodian breast milk because you know that shit makes your skin sour.
You know I got that Cambodian breast milk, also Decatur breast milk, and
here we go.
Eastside Stone Mountain breast milk.
I mean, look,
for the low.
you need
so what
that
you don't
Cambodian.
understand is breast milk is for the soul.
Breast milk will make you look like Charlemagne the God. No children involved.
Is this breast milk like the source of disappearance? Because that might be the case.
I mean,
it
could be. It could be niggas disappearing because they ain't got breast milk. But the QAnon thing is some bullshit that people are basically have invented.
You remember what's his name? Follow QAnon.
Oh, of course, the black libertarian.
Black libertarian.
Libertarian formally
He's
known
like,
as
Trump
black.
be giving us signals. I'm like, okay.
I mean, the thing about it is, and that goes into our second thing, people really just be interpreting whatever the fuck they want out of Trump. So
Can you blame him though?
Pause real quick. You vote for Biden?
What do you mean? He's voting for Biden?
Yeah, the Ryder.
I mean, do you want? Do
I
you
don't
want
have a choice now, do I?
I mean, you really don't.
You
You really don't. If you really don't.
You
if
want
to
Trump or
speak-
you don't want Trump? There
Well,
we go.
it's not even
Those
about
are
Trump.
choices.
Fuck Trump. It's about the Supreme Court. Because if you want to start seeing
Oh,
corporations go all the way wild,
Yeah. Go ahead and keep Trump in there.
I mean, again, I'm not saying
Gainsburg,
Biden,
she's holding on. I can't believe she's still there. What is she
RGB.
holding on? Oh my God, I
I'm
love
not
that
saying
lady.
Biden's not a rapist. I'm just saying he's the lesser of two rapists.
I don't like
He
his
is not
policies.
a pussy grabber, okay? He might do a little something else, but he's not a pussy grabber.
You think he raped Tara Reid?
Right? No, not at
Whatever,
all.
or sexually assaulted?
You don't think he sexually
He
assaulted her?
probably like probably brushed up where he shouldn't have brushed up.
So you
on,
saying
but
he put a little
didn't-
chub on her?
He didn't touch the pussy. That's
You
all I'm
saying
saying.
you think he did a little chub
He
rub?
probably did a little chub rub,
I don't know if
something.
he did or
talk-
didn't, but the precedent has been set from the Kavanaugh hearings, and believe women, I do. I'm sorry. I'm someone who just believes women. And if we follow the same precedent that with less evidence,
The precipice.
apparently- yeah,
Of the precedent.
Nick.
The high cliff
What I'm saying
of the
is,
precedent.
if we were supposed to believe Kavanaugh did something in college and this nigga did something as a grown man, I'm gonna go with I believe Tara Reid. This is not that, but I didn't give a fuck either way to vote for him. I just don't like his policies. Joe Biden is a return to the
What
Obama
policies?
era policies.
What policies?
Exactly.
What policies?
Yeah, I'm just going with Obama policies.
Well, no,
Love
no,
China.
he's not even saying
He
that.
ain't Obama.
He's not even saying
He's
that.
not saying
no,
shit.
he. There you go. There you go. That's it right there.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing.
I'm
so
not Trump. It's
Just,
his
just know
policy.
who you are voting for. But
Yeah.
I'd rather no policy than Trump policy.
Well, yeah, because Trump about to bring us into a
Trump runs
big
a-
recession.
What do you mean?
He got everything set
It's
now.
already. The
We
path
are
is already
in
laid out.
depression.
Well, no, I
Let's
know.
elect him one more time if we really want a Great Depression.
Well,
I
no,
think that
what
he would
I
run more
want-
like a populist than Biden would. That's why I would probably vote for him over if I had to vote.
Wait, vote for who?
Trump over Biden for a populist agenda. Me myself, I'm more of a populist. I think we discussed this.
But Trump isn't a populist.
He pretends to be one.
I know, but who you pretend to be?
He
who you are.
pretends not
I
to
don't
be
know
a lot
what
of things.
Biden is.
Yeah. Nor do I.
Only
He
voting.
sits in his basement and then makes a video every couple of days.
The only thing that you need to worry about for Biden is that the Supreme Court pick. Because I
Replace him.
think Clarence Thomas is going to retire and RBG is going to die.
Clarence
I think.
Thomas ain't gonna retire. If RBG.
No, I said I think Clarence Thomas is
No,
going
he
to
might.
retire.
He might. He's up there. He
Well,
might.
no, it's not that he's up there. It's that when you see him now, like remember back in like during the Anita Hill, he used to always be like out there just completely like I never did anything
Isn't,
to that
he's
woman,
really calm
even though
now,
we all
right?
did know it.
He's really calm now, right?
And Joe Biden was the one who was clearing that nigga on that. Rapists stick together. But
Wow.
Men stick together.
well, no, rapists stick together.
It's men.
I'm sorry.
Powerful men.
Sexual assaulters stick together.
there you
Can we
go.
agree on
That's,
that?
that's a better phrase. That's a
Powerful
better
men
phrase.
stick together.
Sexual
No,
assaulters.
sexual assault.
Whether he's black or
No,
white, they all would.
Well, no. I think if you sat them down at the table, Clarence Thomas, Biden, and Trump, they would be all cool because sexual assaulters all stick together. But what I'm saying is
I
that
wouldn't know because I don't know anybody who's sexually assaulted.
I'm
and
just
I still
saying
hang
from
around
looking
or
at
not.
them, you could tell that they fit
I'll
the
vote
same
with that.
profile.
I'll vote that.
I'm not saying I fuck with that because I don't. And I think that they should all do time. But we don't live in the best of all worlds. We live in this reality. And I'm just trying to make sure that,
He's not even the guy yet. They just assume that he's the guy.
well, no, he's the guy because Bernie decided to drop out. Now, if we
No,
got something
no,
left
no,
field,
no,
Why
no,
did
no,
Bernie
no,
drop
no,
out?
no.
I mean,
There
he
you
was
go.
paid off.
That
What was the
is
whole
the
reason why Bernie
ultimate
dropped out of the
question.
whole situation?
He was paid off. He was paid off.
You think so?
No,
Yes.
no. So he was paid off not by money, but by policies. He wanted certain things done. They were like, "We'll give you these things, but you need to back."
Y'all saw the agenda for the task forces they gave him? Apparently, they might get a public option, which is
No, that's one of the. Well, he wanted. I forgot what he wanted, but he wanted some.
He wanted Medicare.
No, he wanted Medicare,
He wanted Medicare for all. And
public option. Everybody's still paying for it.
Yeah, a public option is one of those things where it's like, I mean,
the
you may as well
government
join
flips the
public
bill,
option
but it
'cause you're
flips the
paying
bill
for it.
pretty badly. But it is closer to the single payer. But see, here's the thing: if you have a populist or what we were
Agenda.
talking about, not populist agenda.
Is it
but if
badly?
you have that type of healthcare where you have an option that you opt in, it might get so popular where they have to switch over to Medicare for all
Correct.
because it's so popular. So he is getting what he wants in a way. It's just
The question is, how many people will switch over? Everybody will switch.
Yeah.
Everybody,
It's gonna be better for everybody, wouldn't it?
Everybody will.
and then the
switch
business is gonna be so happy because they'll be like, "Hey, yo, you getting your own healthcare? Bad, we ain't got to pay.
over.
for
Gonna give you another $1.
What? A dollar. Hey, you signed up for this? We'll give you $1 extra on your pay. $1. One
actually, now,
whole dollar. We make you rich.
Coming from a big company, we used to get an extra, I think, $75 if we didn't take healthcare. So they had to pay for it.
Didn't take healthcare?
Yeah, if you don't take healthcare, they would give you $75 extra on your every pay period.
Because you saving the money when they don't have to pay healthcare.
That's probably how much they pay.
No, they pay way more than
Well,
healthcare.
yeah, but also they get the breaks
you
as
talking
well.
about the big ass company was with.
Even with group rates.
You think they pay more than that?
No, but like, let's say if you
But they get the break for you. They get the tax break.
They do get a tax break, but again, cost analysis ratio. Like when you have every employee that has to be like, again, when you're a big business, then yes, you do save a lot of money because it's a group. But smaller businesses, which most are businesses out there are smaller to medium, like that's a huge cost. That's money in their pocket.
And that's one of the biggest costs, Armstead, that you could possibly have is the cost of healthcare because you have to, quote unquote, provide it, and your employees pretty much have to take it.
So I do know, okay, in most cases, depends on what job it is, because I know some jobs, their healthcare is a little different.
Indeed.
But would it be better if you were to get insurance through your job versus an outside source, depending on how much money you make?
Most of the time, yes.
Agreed. Most of the time, yes. But see, here's the thing. As you saw with like Hobby Lobby, right?
Oh, when they said no more birth control?
Yeah,
Wait,
no more
what?
birth control. Hobby Lobby, they said, we'll give our employees insurance, but our insurances can't provide abortions or anything of that nature. If not, we will not provide healthcare insurance.
So basically, they
tried to
with no
control
birth control.
what your healthcare rights are. So it does depend on most cases. It's better to take health insurance from your employers. But
Let
again,
me read in between the lines there.
Go ahead.
If you're a man.
Okay, yeah. If you're a man, so. But again, the problem with overall healthcare is the healthcare system itself. We need a better one. So like when you walk in, you walk out, you feel good about it versus like, you know what, can I afford this bill after I walk into healthcare? Because right now that's it. Insurance is to help mitigate that bill. And right now they do a terrible job because insurance want to make money. Do you make money paying for other people getting stuff?
Hell
or do you
no,
make
man.
money getting out of shit? They make money getting out of shit. So that's the whole thing. And the businesses, they already coughing up the money up front. So their money, that's lost. So
all
that's the
insurance
problem.
other than life insurance is bullshit.
So, but does that answer or give you more understanding?
No,
of
it
it?
definitely give me more understanding. What you said is basically what I said. So you just clarified it.
Yeah, and then let's say if we did this option where you buy in, right? When you're buying into a system, you're buying in saying these are the things that you get. And if the government is actually doing it, you're paying into a system that once you go see a doctor and you walk out, you're not seeing bills. You're just going to walk out. This is the thing that we did for you. And then the bill goes to the government and then the government has to take care of it. Now, here's where the government needs to step up. It's like, okay, if we're going to pay for this, you guys need to do these things to make sure this is done right. Correct. We're going to go to our citizen to make sure that you did it right. And we're going to give them a survey. If you don't do good in the survey, you lose out on money. You lose out on business, and good luck to staying in business and no more bailouts for you.
Now, one last thought.
Now, is that the same as far as like, okay, versus me having insurance on myself and then bringing my family into it as well?
Correct.
It's actually better when you do the option, because when you have the option, you just say, my family's going to go in, we'll pay more money.
They'll make everybody accept it for the most part.
Yeah, if more people are in it, the less cost it is for everyone. That's why Medicaid for all is kind of why people are pushing for it, because it brings down medical costs for everyone. When you have more people in it, it brings down the cost. That's why when the
but not everybody does that though, right?
No, but when the Affordable Health Care Act came out, there's one stipulation that the insurance companies needed in order for them to do business. And they were like, everybody has to get it. The reason why everybody gets it, it lowers cost. But they messed up the rules with that so people can opt out, and then people got screwed, and then health insurance are doing what they're normally doing. So
Obama left it to the states.
Yeah, Obama shouldn't have left it to the states.
But he had to in order to pass it.
I get you.
Allegedly.
But he could have, just threw his dick out there.
Did they have the majority then?
Yeah, they did.
That's
how they passed it. That's how they passed it.
That's exactly what Democrats are weak. So getting back to Republicans as it goes. So over the past few years, I've been fascinated to witness a phenomenon of a crossover between evangelical interpretation and political clarification. Example, what the Bible really means is versus what the president meant to say was. So my fair question for you black men is, when accepting apologetics as an acceptable form of communication, i.e. indoctrination, strategy, who is really speaking to whom and for the nation? An incoherent orator, Trump, or an opportunistic interpreter, such as Fox News, Rush Limbaugh, and everyone else who's like, what the president meant
I feel
was
like
this.
with that statement, you're letting MSNBC, CNN, and them off the hook as well.
No.
Not necessarily.
We hit
it's just
on
we're talking about the
Democrats
right,
last
not
week.
the left.
Okay.
Remember,
we're just talking about the
last
right
week,
right now.
We said that MSNBC, CNN, and pretty much everybody except for like The Hill was bullshit for not letting Tara Reid be on there. I'm just getting on the Republicans this week. Sorry, niggas, it's your turn. Because they always do that. And I'm not saying that Democrats don't, because plenty of niggas excuse shit that Obama did. Like when he was like...
Obamagate.
Obamagate's bullshit, but you could have brought up something.
Not bullshit.
You could have brought
They
up
set
something.
that nigga up. Flynn, they set him up.
No, Flynn was dirty, but they gave him the ability to do the dirt.
Crazy that y'all can come out here and it's actually say that, oh, this person is dirty and stuff like that, and then motherfuckers just get away with the shit.
Well, no, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing.
This is what
But you're
Flynn
right.
did. Flynn told Russia pretty much, okay, don't react to what Obama and them doing to you. When we get in, it's going to be cool. They heard that. And then they asked him, the FBI started investigating him. It made him lie about that statement, which was true.
No one made him lie about it.
And normal.
No one made him lie about it.
And,
He
but
chose.
it's normal. But they already knew the question.
I'm not saying that it's not normal politics.
Okay.
But the difference is you don't go on fucking record and lie.
That's
Remember?
death.
Well,
That is setting up stuff for
What
like
he did was normal.
death.
For them to charge him or investigate him was to set him up to make him look like
Well,
he
no,
was
with
a
the thing that
colluding
people-
person with Russia. And Russiagate is
But he
crazy
was
as
colluding.
fuck.
No,
No,
Russia-
From based on what you just said,
He
that's
said we was
colluding.
resetting relationships with y'all. We weren't going to be like this administration. Let's say you were about to be president, and I was like, I'm about to put North Korea in the hole.
That is colluding. And
Right.
here's the reason why I say it's colluding. You are not guaranteed that position. You are not. And then even then, that was one of the topics that
he was
Flint
done.
was talking about. But they
was
were
gonna
also
get that
talking about, he's for Trump and Trump will do these things. But again, that whole Trump thing, we ain't really talk about that because that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
I think Russiagate's a rabbit hole.
When
so
it comes,
go ahead.
Rush Limbaugh, he is a rabbit hole.
Russiagate
When it comes to what you were just talking about, the original question, Riker, is that Trump and the Fox News, they are tools for an agenda. They are part of a piece to the puzzle, and the puzzle and the agenda is certain people need to prosper. Everybody else, go fuck yourselves. You work for us. They are tools for that agenda. They're just flat out fucking crazy about it. And then the indoctrination is the people come up and say, you know what, we are for this, even though that it does what these things are. I feel it will do this for me, so I will do it. Regardless of what it actually does, I feel this way, so hence it will be. And I'm going to go for it. So that's my take on that question.
Hold on, you're saying that from both sides, right? Because
Well, we're
no,
talking about
Okay.
Republicans right
no,
now.
we're talking about Republicans.
I know, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
will
go
elaborate on when it comes to the left. The left is similar. They have their agendas, and their agendas are different from the Republicans, but they kind of want
unless we're
more
talking
people
about
to
corporate
prosper.
policy, because that's where bipartisanship really exists.
Well, yeah, the bipartisanship really does.
I'll
exist in
give
the
you that, yeah.
corporate-
And that's why I don't care for corporate politicians on both sides.
But
I hate
again,
both of
in
them.
order to change the system, you need people
part
in
of
it. Yeah, you need to be part of it and
It's the
participate in
same way
order
that
to
black
change
people
it.
always complain the police ain't shit. It's like, well,
Go be a police officer.
exactly.
Yeah, that is one step to a.
Well,
like,
I mean, yeah, we also need to get our businesses together and get our land together. And,
and,
get
and
our
how about
communities
become a
together.
politician and create policy and become a sheriff and create
Problem is,
policy?
No, we really
problem
need
is
to
when
move
we
up.
become politicians, we become crooked as well.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
You're crooked before you get into politics, okay?
No. As a future mayor of Atlanta, I'm not going to be crooked. I would never
Then you'd be
give
one of the
R.
rare
Reed
ones.
and Armstead.
Department of Health Services, I call it.
I would, of course, give that to him if I'm the mayor.
Damn it.
But I would never give you sanitation or DMV or
I
some
want to be
shit
a
like
he
that.
can have sanitation.
Okay. I mean,
Fuck
again,
you.
I would never.
Hey, sanitation makes
You
money,
make more
bro.
money than
That
me.
makes money. Sanitation makes money.
Sanitation.
Don't sleep on sanitation.
Remember, you got everybody in the entire city got to come see you.
They
for
need
trash.
water and they need their trash taken out, blur. And also, when it comes to that too, you need electricity, don't
I'm just
you?
telling niggas
Some
what to
states,
drive.
they
There's a reason
public,
I want it.
it's public.
Yeah, exactly. The reason he wants it is because he wants to know and be able to look at, oh, you cut me off? See what your license plate is.
Nah,
Nah.
never do that.
I think he's doing it for the mugshots, man. He wants to laugh his behind off. Oh,
mean,
you
that's
took that
also part of
picture?
it.
I never let you know.
Well, I mean, obviously never say it for this. But
I'm fine. You
the
bitch.
main... He said if a mayor dime comes anywhere into this goddamn city, I'm gonna know. The problem I see with this whole thing is that by us reinterpreting things, it kind of goes back to the famous argument that me and you have about niggas saying the Bible says this.
Yeah.
Because the moment you do that and you decide to deviate from what's written to make your own interpretation, then that means not just you, But him, me, 3 trans women over there, everybody gets to come up with their own interpretation. And you can be mad about it, but once we leap off the pages, it's anyone's game.
Maybe because I'm not evangelical or anything, I don't understand like why the left hate evangelicals. But, objectively, I can see why you hate them. But like in general, they're just Bible thumpers.
Let's go back to what you're
You
talking
hate
about.
what you don't understand.
Well, no, they understand them. They understand them very well.
They actually do, to a certain extent, but we are all humans. And when it comes to the evangelical, okay, the left, putting it this way, the left,
White evangelicals.
No, but the left is just like the evangelicals on the right.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just act
PC,
differently,
woo, woo.
and they have different agendas, but they are in themselves radicals. So, but when it comes to the well, I'll let you guys talk about when it comes to the right, because the right to me are just like,
Well, no. Let's get back. Let's get back to what he was saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the main issue that we have right now with these two camps is for the right, they're just like, look, everything's whatever, and it's like I feel you guys kind of when you protest things because I get that
Like the
state
open
rights,
states protests in particular.
Well, open states are just the latest example, but I see you guys when you protest.
I don't think that's a right or left issue, but they're making it a right issue.
Well, it's a right issue because that's mostly the people who are doing this.
Allegedly.
It's not people on the left. Let's be honest. They're in Hollywood doing whatever they do in Hollywood.
That's because people don't realize that most people on the left are richer than people on the right.
Well, that's true. But what I'm saying is that people who normally tend to do these things are, generally speaking, people who tend to be more conservative. People who tend
I'm not
to
more
protest.
conservative than them fools up there. I ain't going to no rally, but I think the states.
No, you are conservative. But
If you're not giving people money, then you're going to have to give them. You're going to have to
Well, no. But that's the difference is
Correct.
that you understand that there is a point in time where we have to push things forward,
Correct.
even if we don't like it, because we need to keep things going. But problem with the left is that the left wants you to agree. The problem with the right is the right doesn't understand that when they tell the left that, oh no, it's their choice, you have to be consistent with that for everyone. So if women want to get an abortion, it's their choice. If somebody want to wear their ass out, it's their choice. And the right is fine with their choice when it's like guns, churches being open, going down to the bar. But the moment it's like, oh, you want to wear that outfit for pride down my streets? Hell no. It's like,
Objectively, you have no choice when it comes to medical issues. The government make medical issues for you, medical decisions for you every day.
well, that's the other thing is that,
Like that.
in 1902, the Supreme Court settled this.
Yeah.
They can quarantine you for as long as they
It's
want.
not even just quarantine, period, because vaccinations, everything, all this stuff, if they want to do it, they can do it. Yeah. That's why when people on the left always say, my body, my choice, I'm just like, well, the government can't tell you what to do with your body, and I'm sorry.
well, I will say this.
but
I will say this coming from a healthcare perspective. Do you want to have somebody make a decision for yourself and you don't know anything, or do you want to make a decision being informed in the right areas to make a better decision? So when it comes to this whole pandemic thing and public health, the reason why the quarantine is basically just a whole practicing of what we're talking about right now. You guys need to stay home so you don't spread the virus. As because of this is for your health that we're making this decision, even though people not alleged.
There's some political element
No,
to it.
no,
too,
this
as well.
is not alleged.
There's some political.
This virus is real. They are politicizing it, but
Because like people in the middle of the country where nobody lives.
I'm gonna wrap
Nigga,
this
you
up
go
right
ahead
now
and
for
see
everybody
Google that.
listening.
Go ahead.
Science is science. Science does not give a shit about how you feel. It is what it is.
Correct. Facts not
So
feelings.
if a disease catches you, it will infect you. And diseases, the point of them, they are to survive and they leech off of their host to survive. That
Correct.
is a disease.
But where are you?
So when it comes to this disease attacks the lungs, takes people out. That's what it does. And in order for less people to catch it so we can move on with society and move forward, we have to limit our social distance ourselves. And we have to keep ourselves separate so that we can find a vaccine so we can move forward. Even though that the politicians aren't saying how we move forward.
Correct.
How we move forward, vaccine, herd immunity, move forward. That's the plan. They're not saying it, but that is the plan.
And we need to give these niggas who need
Correct.
to actually be out there money because, I'm sorry, if you
Exactly.
work,
If we got to keep people home, I think we're on the same. If you're going to keep people home, give them money. If you're not, then open the goddamn state.
In the United States, I would say yes. If you want to keep people at home, you got to give them money so they can survive and they can eat.
Correct.
Other places, they've done other things to make it. But ultimately, what needs to happen is you got to give people what they need so they can survive this pandemic so we can move on
And
forward
it
with our
depends on where
economy.
you're at. Like places,
It does depend on where you're
Certain
at.
places in Texas, you don't see people for days. Like not certain days.
look,
but I'm saying-
leave El Paso alone.
I'm saying like it's gonna be your human contact is low, and the question is the economic
Well, the thing about it with
implications
Texas
of
is
that place
Texas
as
has
well.
basically made the whole nation go, you know what? Fuck these rules. Because after they let that
It's
little
Texas.
hairdresser, once they let that little lily white blonde hairdresser out of Dallas, it's like, All right, well, now anytime that somebody tries to bring somebody up on a quarantine charge, they're going to say, well, they didn't do it in Texas, and that's going to become the precedent.
I think the problem is you can't give money to people in like California, New York.
Well,
no,
you can.
give
The
money.
question is, if you're going to give the money, how much?
LA, New York City.
But you have to give it to
You
poor
have to-
people in those places.
But you won't give it to the people in the middle of the heartland.
But again,
So it has to
why
be
do
everybody.
people need money? That is the ultimate goal. You have to give people what they need so they can survive the pandemic.
Correct.
Money is used to what? Buy
Goods and services.
goods and services, but the goods, what are the goods that you need?
Food, water,
water,
electricity,
and
internet.
clothes.
What is the services, essential services you need? Well, you said the
Healthcare,
electricity.
if I need something, that's pretty much, I need my phone. Niggas got a phone.
Rent. That's
Rent.
service. Rent.
I mean,
living. That's
But the rent thing is a thing that is ironic because in the $3 trillion bill that we'll talk about in a
Travel
little
is
bit,
another one too, ain't it?
travel.
Well, you ain't traveling.
Nah, you
No,
don't need to
if
be
you're
traveling
staying at
nowhere.
home, what you need travel for?
No,
Well,
I'm
travel to the gas
talking about.
station
I'm
and
talking about like
go
certain.
get-
I'm talking about like certain people who don't have vehicles, but they had to find a way to get to work.
Oh,
That is true.
They're
That is
about to screw
true.
those people over.
Oh, those people, but they're already screwed.
Yeah.
And
Public
that-
transportation about to change.
Yeah,
everything.
public transportation is completely going to change. But we kind of knew that it was going to change always. This just has been a nice excuse for like MTA and a whole bunch of other places to grab power. Like I'm surprised MARTA hasn't done more of it because if I was MARTA, I'd be like, look, we need trillions. Or not trillions, we need billions. Because we need to redo all of our cars and just use that shit on the rail. Be like, why are y'all building? We need more money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That could be part of an infrastructure
Exactly.
bill, but they're not even doing an infrastructure.
Well, no, they did put an infrastructure bill in there. They gave a bunch of money for infrastructure. Like, if you want, I can list out all the stuff that's in the bill.
No, I'm talking about that's gonna pass.
Bill as it is
That's
now.
always the question,
Okay,
is it?
so let's just skip into the next part.
This
Let's
$3 trillion
discuss the
bill from the House, which, by the way, was bullshit. They knew it wasn't gonna pass from the beginning, but they didn't even put in stuff like UBI and like rent freezes and all this kind of stuff.
There's rent and mortgage stuff in there.
Man, I said complete freeze. They're doing that thing when you can just
Skip it down. Yeah, just
Yeah.
kick it down the can. Kick the can down the lane.
Well, that's how our government has been acting, or our federal government, anyways. Just kick the can down the road.
Yeah,
I
that's
know that
scary,
leads
though.
to a segment
is.
that we're coming up on right now when it comes to the economy and like how everything is going to be affected.
Jeff Bezos about to be a trillionaire. I think we should take 20%.
yeah,
of
we
his
need to
income.
take all his money. But all right, so we're giving $1 trillion to state and local territories, tribal governments, funds
Tribal
that they can pay
governments.
their vital first responders, healthcare workers, teachers who keep us safe. Then they're giving $200 billion in a fund for people who need hazard pay. Then they're giving $75 billion for testing. Then they're giving
Pretending.
another. They don't even have an amount next to this for the $1,200
testing.
up to $6,000 for families and households.
Oh yeah, because if you have children, you'll get $1,200 now instead of.
Then
the
they're going to
original
give you
$500.
paycheck protection for 60 million Americans. Then they're going to give OSHA some money. They didn't list how much. Then they're going to give 10 billion more for the EIDL loan. So if you haven't applied for that and you own a business, you need to apply for it now, even if it says agriculture.
None
But
of
this
this
is going to
shit's
come
gonna
out.
pass.
Well, it's not going to matter. Then they're going to give more for healthcare coverage for Cobra, like you talked about earlier. Then they're extending.
Cobra is expensive.
Yeah, but it's the only thing we have. Sorry.
And Cobra's going to rape everybody.
I
that
don't,
comes
bro,
on board.
bro, I remember
no,
I had
I'm all for
You know,
decreasing
Cobra
the cost
like
of Cobra.
for myself, that shit was like $700 a month.
I know. The only reason that I had
damn.
health care when my mom
pay for
lost
that
her
shit.
job was because she got Cobra. She had kids. She didn't have no choice.
How much was she paying for a family?
It was like 1,000 something. That was back in
Yeah, now it's probably like $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't have a choice. Like, if you don't have health care and you got kids, nigga, you got to do what you got to
Now,
do.
what is this Cobra thing?
Cobra
Cobra's
basically
healthcare.
is
It's
an
private-
extension of whatever your current healthcare benefits are.
Extension.
An extension. Like, say you lose your job. Like, let's say you got let go. Cobra will allow you to keep your healthcare benefits, but you have to pay a premium for getting them. That's why our read is saying that's bullshit, because it is. But at the same time, the alternative before we had Cobra was when you lost your job, your
No
benefits
insurance.
went like the day of. Like, there was no rollover period, none of that shit.
Hence why single payer, when you lose your job, you don't lose your insurance.
Correct. Then they're giving $175 billion in housing assistance for low-income people and to assist homeowners make their monthly mortgage, rent, and utility payments. Then they're giving another 15% for SNAP, and then they got some safeguards in here, including some stuff for the post office. Now, I know, Ari, what you're about to say. I can see it on your face. But at the same time, the reason that they did this is because this is the opening salvo. This is called the art of the deal. Like, even when, what's that hermit crab turtle looking nigga? Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Even when the hermit crab nigga looked at it, he was like, it's not going to pass like that. And it's like, yes, because you niggas, if I was Mitt, I would have beat them to the punch because they had a week on them to put out a bill that gave them nothing.
The Republicans
nothing they
don't
wanted.
Win.
I know, but the Republicans could have threw out a bill that had shit on it and said, look, we threw the opening salvo. By you letting the Democrats do it, they're going to throw a fucking grenade over the goddamn wall, and now you got to deal with the grenade. Even if they cut, let's say, half of the stuff in here. Because they really cut out a lot of the things like that they wanted here. But the reason they kept in the whole immigrants thing that we talked about earlier is because they didn't have a choice. The Hispanic delegation said, either you put this in here or we will not vote.
Who gives a fuck about them?
Except for the fact that they control parts of Arizona, California, Texas.
And don't forget the New Age
Mexico.
Democrats are now for them.
Well, the New Age Democrats are for them because they think we're all friends.
What New Age Democrats?
The squad,
youth,
all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
The Justice Democrats people?
Yeah, exactly. But the people in South Florida as well were part of it. So, like, the problem is that this narrowly passed because a couple Democrats jumped over the fence. But the only reason it really passed was because of those 20 or so Hispanic people who said, if you keep this in here, we'll vote for it. You take it out, we're going to fucking kill you.
It's weird that I mean Hispanics are so. I really want to talk to a group of Hispanics to see what they think about legal immigration.
Well, no.
It's so
most of them are cool for immigration. The people who are
Illegal
not cool
immigrants.
with most of them are cool with illegal immigration.
Most of them?
Yeah, most of them are. The people who are not cool with it are people who are black in other parts of the world because they
Black
don't
people
see
should-
us having as great a benefit.
Most immigrants I've met who are here legally,
Yes.
they don't like the illegal ones.
Yeah.
That is true.
Most of the black ones don't like it.
No.
Most of the brown ones do. They'll tell you to your face they do it, but they see it as a numbers game because remember, we're all playing the game of power here. And numbers are the only thing that fucking matters.
Yeah, stop aborting your babies, niggas.
Well,
But you probably think that, oh, shoot, the more people that's going to come, that's going to take away my jobs for me.
That's what they do.
But that's exactly what they
Yeah.
do. Because anyone who comes to America, I hate to tell niggas this, but they got hungry. They fired up. They ready to
Yeah.
get these jobs. They'll work whatever they
$12
gotta
an
work.
hour? I'm here.
Exactly. They like $12 an hour. You like, man.
I was
wouldn't-
70 hours.
Exactly. They'll work as many hours as they have to. And that's good. But at the same time, the biggest thing here that I think
My back don't break.
Trump has helped us with, and I hate to give Trump anything. No, actually, I don't. He's a person. I mean, he's going to do some good things, some bad things. Is that he's gotten us to the point where now people are willing to be like, look, man, I don't know about this China stuff. So cool, let's bring stuff back. But I hope you niggas understand you're going to be paying a lot more for everything.
We're already paying
and we
a
don't
lot
want to
more.
hear.
A whole lot.
I know, but I'm saying like, remember when we was talking about them t-shirts being $40?
Man.
Imagine if every item goes like
It
that.
depends on what it is. I think you should, number one, the medical supplies, you should at least keep 30 to 40%, at least capacity. There's no, dude, you couldn't find a mask anywhere. Now you find them bitches everywhere. Niggas is setting up stands, selling masks.
Yeah.
Man, the hustle is real out here right now. I don't know if y'all seen
I
these
hate to
niggas.
say this though, but mask, just because it's a mask doesn't mean it's actually an effective mask.
They don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah, that shit,
Again,
exactly.
what did we
That's what I was
talk
trying to
about?
tell
Placebo
people.
effect.
The mask.
It's
Placebo effect.
Yeah.
I know that's one thing I do.
I
with
had
the
no
mask and
N95s on deck, though.
Yeah, you got the N95s is selling, boy. I be
can't
watching them
find
on eBay. No, you can find them on eBay.
On eBay,
they're
man.
$20 a mask,
No.
and you can only use the mask for what is it, 8 hours, Ryder?
Nigga, I use that.
It's
bitch.
around there depending on the
Most
situation.
people
Well, with
think
clean
we
air
using
for the
them.
most part, yeah, probably 8 hours.
Yeah, you get 8 hours out of that. It's $20 for.
But I
8
hate to
hours.
break it to you, like those masks.
I mean, again, the respirator ones are better, but most niggas not going to get that for a
respirator.
whole thing. Like they're not going to get.
Most people walking around with those respirator workout masks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those things look atrocious, but
They look cool. Everybody around here looking like Scorpion and
I mean,
over
again, they
here.
look cool, but they don't work.
Hey, man, damn, bitch, you looking like Scorpion. Get over here, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
But getting back
Please.
to the bill, yes, I get that there's not a lot of things that I get that there's a lot in here that's not going to make it.
There's a lot of corporate fluff in there. I'm talking
But
about.
part of it is that they have to do that because the Republicans are going to go through it item by item, saying what they will do, what they won't do, and that's how the negotiation
Does
is.
Georgia have a balanced,
A balanced budget? Yeah,
No, they call it a balanced budget amendment where you have to have a balanced budget.
we don't have a balanced budget.
I know
amendment,
some
don't
states
think.
do. I don't know if Georgia does.
No,
Probably not.
I don't think we do.
Because they'll start firing the hell out of people if they do that.
Well, no, they're going to fire people in the state anyway.
We'll see.
No.
Depends on where you
I'm
work.
telling you now, before this podcast comes out, they're going to have already announced something.
What's the number you think we're gonna get to?
We're gonna get to 42, maybe 45 million.
I'm going with my 38.
We already at 36.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much for us to go over there.
I think some of these
We were at
states are opening.
3.2 million the week before last. We were at almost 3 million this week. You think we're somehow going to get under 2 million this week?
Yeah, on 2 million this week.
He's very optimistic.
This nigga is optimistic. This nigga.
We'll know on Wednesday,
optimistic.
Thursday.
Yeah, well, Thursday. Nah, we don't. It is not. I'm not saying that. Seeing that we have a balanced budget amendment in Georgia.
We'll start firing.
Nope. The governor is required to submit a balanced budget.
Right.
So on the other side, dark times ahead.
Oh, pause. Since we open a little early before everybody else, you think that's going to benefit us?
Didn't benefit us at all.
I don't
We were
think
just
so
guinea
either.
pigs.
Actually, it was worse for us. Florida was actually they were the worst ones.
Yeah, but
they were
anytime
they.
that you're fighting with Florida for something, you know you lost.
Yeah, it's Florida.
That's true.
But we have
Florida.
dark times ahead. So I know I showed y'all that video from Valuetainment. Shout out to that man. I forget what his fucking name is.
Yeah, I know you.
Valuetainment guy. Valuetainment guy. Come have us on your podcast. We'll have you on our podcast. We can chop it up.
He probably.
I mean, look, he had rich niggas. He can have some regular niggas.
Yeah. Hey, teach me something, nigga.
I mean, teach us something.
Teach me something.
Teach us something. But he had the libertarian American guy on there, and he has some key takeaways, which is capitalism gets the blame for socialism mistakes. The economy is sick because the government crippled the economy. Big government is bad. We need to eliminate it, and we need to let the free market handle things. People don't vote for freedom. They vote for free things. I agree with that. We need to let recessions run their course and wait for the cleansing process. No one got bailed out in World War II, which is true. And the government can no longer continue to bail people out. Either we will let inflation rise or we will allow everything to crash in order to allow it to reset. So I know that's a big salvo of things.
Yeah, but they were looking at inflation and it actually went down. Deflation is actually going on nationally.
Well, nationally, because we haven't bought anything.
Yeah, certain sectors is going up, but generally, I think it went down 0.2%.
But remember, people they're spending money in different areas, and certain areas
Food went up.
Food went up, but also like cleaning products went up, and certain sectors went up. Like traveling,
Went down.
It went down to a certain extent, but certain things also got like buffed.
Well, cars, because now niggas are driving everywhere.
No, but cars also was still buffed too because people still need to get their cars serviced and stuff like that. Because you got essential workers that start
Services
going
went up,
out
but
there.
actually buying a new car is down.
No, new car down. Cars that already exist on the road, that still is stable. But as far as his economical assessment, we have not in our modern society have seen a pandemic before actually hit us on an economical level. We've seen epidemics, but we haven't seen a pandemic. A pandemic is when it affects the entire world. Epidemic is in a local area. So we've seen a pandemic and it has affected the entire world. This is something that we don't really truly know economically how it will be perceived a year or two from now. And plus, we are maybe 2 years in. Well, 2 years, I predict maybe like 2 years, we'll actually see movement truly forward out of a pandemic where we have vaccines or effective treatments, and then you'll see people, it won't be as lethal as it is now.
I want to stress that 2 years. Like, people need to know this bullshit that is continuing right now, this
I'm
weird
saying
malaise.
I'm saying we're going to see an uphill trend, well, an upbeat trend in 2 years. I'm predicting that.
I know, but what I'm saying is people are going to hear what you're saying. They'll be like, oh, yeah, in 2 years it's going to be all better. No. What he's saying
not all better.
2 years is when it starts the process of getting better.
Well, we're going to see a true positive uptake. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to say everything's going to be better in 2 years. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, again, as you said, we're going to see improvement, like massive improvement. Within 2 years, we'll see, okay, we really moved from this point where we are right now.
2 years. End of the 2 years.
In the end 2 years. So right now, when it comes to this economic outturn that we're trying to look at, you can't necessarily say, oh, it's going to be like the Great Recession or it's going to be like the bubble that we saw in 08. The reason why 08 bubble happened, we did it to ourselves. Humans were like, you know what, we're going to fuck everybody over these mortgages. And then the mortgages took out the insurance, and insurance, it was a domino cascade
Obama
effect.
took care of those companies that put people in those bad.
Yeah, and then he saved us. He put on his cape to
He saved us.
We bailed out banks.
He saved those companies.
He
said,
saved
fuck
the
you
bank.
niggas.
No, he said, yeah, you're right. He saved the bank. He saved the bank. So we did it to ourselves, and it was a domino effect. Whereas in one piece, a major piece of the economy got taken out, and then another piece got another, and another piece got, and it was a domino effect. With this pandemic thing, it didn't take out one piece of the economy, which then create a domino effect. It affected every sector, but it didn't kill every sector. It minimized the productivity of every sector.
Hey, nigga,
so
that
that's
juice?
the difference.
I don't know, nigga.
Now-
I don't know. You're going to try to get that corona for a juice.
So when it comes to, again, like the government doing too much, and that would find that very interesting, where if the government didn't do anything in 08, we would be done. Like, the economy would
don't
be
know.
completely different.
Well, no. I think
don't know
I
about
think
that.
there's some merit to what he's saying if we just whatever. But that would have been for us to do in 08. The reason because we could have do it for 08 is that we didn't have the kind of debt bill that we have right now, and we don't have as much leveraging. The problem is in 08, we stopped letting people over leverage their houses.
Agreed.
But we still let people over leverage everything else. While I like libertarians and I think that they have some points, we need a measured time frame for things to fall off. We can't just be like, you know what? We're not bailing anybody out. Just going to let everybody fuck over, because I don't know what this white guy is thinking, but niggas will come and kill you. Like, if you want to just let people Lord of the Flies it out here, oh, we got the police. Well, my nigga, the police might be half of these people out here willing to kill you.
They got families too, you know.
You realize they bought riot gear, nigga. They might just start taking shit. You know what?
Or they already got it.
Exactly.
I
Or
hate
they
to
already
be the
got it.
person, but when are we gonna pay for this shit?
Well, the problem.
Because I think
That is
I know
the
what's gonna
question.
happen.
Well, no, he's right in that we have no really good way of paying for
Well,
it.
actually,
there's
here's where I
that.
actually disagree. We can pay for it. Like in 08, after everything was reset and the Fed started saying, okay, we're raising rates again, and we need to recorrect and pay for what we did before. They did have that in mind. So we can do it again if we put our minds to it. But do you trust the people who are in office right now to do that? And that's where my problem lies.
No. Do you trust the incoming
we do
administration?
need to be responsible for our decisions in our government, in our daily lives. And our government needs to be responsible. And they have proven that they are not. Democrat and Republican alike. We are in this mess right now
Except for that nigga in
because
Kentucky.
of failure.
Everybody's selfish right
The
now.
one in
inside of the
Kentucky
game.
is that Democrat who barely won, but he had a really smart
That young
corona.
guy.
Yeah, he had a really smart corona response. He's been doing things slowly and surely and seeing
I
how
hate
things
to
are
call
going.
people stupid, but I'm just like, y'all looking at, like, they got Kumo looking like a hero, but he failed.
Well, the reason
He did too, but he admitted that he did, and then he adjusted to his failure. So he is managing a crisis situation.
Berkshire, Andy Berkshire.
yeah, I think it's Andy Berkshire.
or something like that. Berkshire.
Yeah, he's
But he
Kentucky.
did well. I bet he's a Democrat. But I guarantee you, next 4 years, you're going to see Kumo run as president. But this guy, Berkshire.
Well, the only reason that Kuma's going to run for president is because he's toward the end of what he can effectively run as far
how
as
many
government.
years you can get in
No,
New
he
York?
could keep doing it for I think he can get 3 terms for governor in New York.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
But he would have no. There's no reason for him to. He's already now
I
a
wouldn't
fucking
vote
name.
for that nigga.
It doesn't matter if you would vote for him. It matters if white
He's
people would vote
so
for
serious with it. I wouldn't vote for that.
him. No, he's.
Him or his brother. They
I
dicks,
get,
bro.
Well, no. The brothers, I do like their banter, and I think that it's good to see two
Maybe
people.
because I don't have a
whatever.
brother. Wow, I'm looking at it like
Yeah, that's really what it
Man,
is.
I'm
You're
your
just
brother,
jealous. I mean, you technically kind of have a brother.
that doesn't count. You know it.
I mean, yeah, it does.
Ooh,
He's my brother.
That hurt.
He's
It's
kind
not
of
the
my
same
brother.
thing.
I mean,
But
yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't have a real
I mean,
brother.
look at the movie Step Brothers. We'll continue on from there.
Yeah.
So you consider him to be just as much as a brother as your real brother?
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I have to
wouldn't
call
know.
somebody to move a body, he's on the list. That's brotherhood right there. Only
I'm
your
probably
brothers
his
will help you
first
move a body.
call. I'm his
Probably.
first call.
Realistically, yeah.
I'm his first call.
Realistically, yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to move a body, that man would do it for you. That's what makes someone your brother. Not no flesh, nigga.
That matters.
Plenty niggas who your flesh will be like, I don't know, nigga. I mean, maybe she.
I see what he's saying, but in some cases it don't, because some family members, they're not.
Maybe you just
Agreed.
know
You're
They're
right.
definitely
better. Since I don't know
right.
the difference, there's no way I
Like,
can
To
see
go
one.
back biblically, no greater love a man has than him who would lay down his life for his brother.
I would not die for that nigga on this planet.
It's biblical, nigga. It's
All
biblical.
I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure all of us can agree right now that when it comes to our friends and our family members, some of our family members are not as close to us than our friends
I
are.
think family
Agreed.
is complicated because you
Agreed.
didn't choose it.
Agreed.
Say that again.
Family is complicated because you don't
Well,
choose
no,
it.
family is complicated.
'Cause you don't
What
choose
we're
it.
sa- what we're
That's
saying
also
is, though,
true.
is
Yeah.
that for someone to be your brother, that's someone that you can talk to. That's someone that you can get counsel from. That's someone that you can trust in. That's someone who you can
Spit
depend
roast
on.
the chick.
We're talking more about a spiritual brother than an actual blood brother.
I don't know the difference. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's part because you don't have a brother.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone else here has a brother. That's why we're like, yeah, this is why I consider this nigga my brother. But that's why we're saying, listen to us when we say that the platonic love and kinship that you have with this man is what we would consider to be brotherhood. Because as we talked about earlier, masculinity is competition between men, and brotherhood is a bond between men that is a, actual
Uplifting. It's uplifting spirit.
uplifting,
Yeah.
positive sort of force.
Yeah.
As opposed to like niggas who are just rivals. It's like niggas will be rivals and smash a fucking chick. Like your brother ain't gonna do that. He gonna be
Like
like,
right now, I guarantee you right now, if I was going somewhere and somebody was in my house, I can call you. Hey man, go to my house, man, and tell them to get out of my house.
yeah, you would. But there's a nigga right now. There's a nigga right now who can call you for that shit. And you're gonna be
Well,
like,
see, I didn't go.
because that's not your brother.
That's not true.
No, that's not your brother.
No, that's not true.
That's not your
What
brother.
I'm saying is I'm not going to jail for you because you
mean,
made a dumb decision.
Yes, but that's a
Like,
dumb decision.
one nigga called me talking about, oh shit, I got this other bitch here. So you come here and say that I'm not here and I'm gonna pretend like I got out your car. I'm gonna meet you around the block and we're gonna drive up and this bitch see this other bitch car here and you be like, another nigga left this car.
I mean, that's brotherhood. It's fucked up brotherhood, but that's brotherhood. All right, let's talk about music. So Future came out with High Off Life. I thought it was decent. The middle of it's a little too long.
Man, I can't even remember what song it was, but there was one song on there that was off. Like I feel like Silk the Shocker was on there. I was like, what is this shit?
Yeah,
Can't
that nigga
remember
did
who it
put some-
was, but it was that bad. But most of it, I will say it was good. Most of it.
I will say, and I'm normally not a trap music like listener, but listening to it, I actually was like, okay, this is cool. Like, I feel I could hear it in the club and people bobbing their heads to and dancing to it. And when it comes to trap music, that's what I think. I think about unleashing, getting your it's out and just partying like a rock star. And I think you can do that to the actually entire CD, especially the beginning. It does fall off in the
See,
middle.
you going further than we did. We went out and said it was good, nigga. You just jumped over the line. But you know what?
No, I'm not saying that it's great. I'm saying that it's
Okay,
good, but
okay.
I'm saying that
All right, you
can-
put a limiter on it.
yeah, it's a limiter on it, but it's good. Like I can hear it in the club, and you'd be like, "Yeah, this junk is dope." I can hear that because other trap music, you'd be like, "What?"
Oh, yeah, because I was about to talk about that.
This.
We going to talk about that because I got one that I got to throw in here that niggas is not going to like. So Nav came out with Good Intentions. It's a Nav album. If you like Nav, it's okay. If you don't like Nav, this is not going to change you.
I've never listened to Nav before. That's my first CD listening to him, and I was just like, "Eh."
He's got
the only thing I can
who
say.
shouldn't be rapping. Who's rapping?
Yeah, but he does have some lines that you go, you know what? That made me think. But and other than that, crap. Me personally, like I'm listening to his
It's not
lyrics.
just you. It's
Okay,
a lot of niggas.
Apparently, but it's like, yo, your lyrics are like, I'm sleeping. Like, and then his beats were like bland.
All over the place.
They were bland. And what Future, the one thing I did like about it, and I
Consistent
compare both
good beats.
But yeah, good beats. Like I caught the beat, and then you know him talking or whatever. But he has his style, and you're like, okay, I see your style. I'm with it. Like this, the other dude they were talking, like, was
Nav,
like,
no.
Nap was like,
Well, also, part of it is Future's finished with his detox because the album before this was trash. Let's just be honest. But Future came out with this album, and it's actually pretty darn good. And then last but not least, Kehlani, it was good until it wasn't. She wants to be Janae, but she can't be. It's just another white woman trying to fit into that role of, I'm a fuck girl.
Kehlani's black, ain't she?
Kehlani's,
Kehlani is black.
I thought she's white.
I think she's black.
You think she's mixed?
Yeah, no, well, probably, but I'm just saying.
hey, you got black people that look like white, so
I mean,
I'm pretty sure she's
you
white.
know what? I'm not going to even try to debate that. But it's trash.
Hey, I like her music. I ain't listen to the album though.
Okay, if listen to the album, let me know. Maybe I'm tripping.
What made me listen to was that song they had on Suicide Squad.
Oh,
I need a gangster.
That was actually good.
one
This
to
wasn't.
ride with.
That was good. This isn't.
Do you want to be my distraction, babe?
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought to listen to her
This
albums.
one wasn't good. Like it reminded me of the Janae album, but it's like if it was done worse. Like Janae already fits that I'm a fuck girl, but at the same time I'm becoming a better woman. Kehlani, it's like I know you have your market, but I'm just not one of it.
Back in my day segment.
Well, no, not back in my day. Let's hit the singles real quick. So the single that I didn't put on here.
Lucas. Well, that wasn't a single.
Well, no. The single Lucas I was gonna get to, but the one I didn't put on here that I was just gonna say off the wop. The new Migos, Skinny Racks, whatever, is trash. Like I think Culture 3 is gonna be ass, and I think that's what you predicted maybe 2 years ago.
That was like 3 years ago, right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we did start 3 years ago, so yeah, maybe you predicted it 3 years ago, but I think they peaked after Culture 1.
so they out of juice. That's what you're saying?
I think they're
They
like the new
repetitive.
Taco song was decent, but Skinny Racks.
See, here's the thing about
bad.
Amigos. When I was listening to Future, I thought of Amigos, and I was like, what's the difference? And the vibe that I'm getting from both of them are different. Amigos is like really turn up, crazy, don't give a fuck. Let's do this shit. Future's more of a calm, chill turn up, but it's like a mild turn up.
It's almost like he's educated ratchet, sophisticated
They
ratchet.
just
Yeah,
growing
sophisticated
up.
ratchet. I would agree with that. Future's more sophisticated ratchet, whereas in Amigos is flat out fucking ratchet, but it's like ratchet where it's entertaining, But again, there's always a high, there's a peak. And then once you hit that peak, there's a
Pride cometh before the fall.
That'll be
Ari.
okay. That'll be all right.
I mean, no, they're gonna be
Yeah,
all right.
they make money. They make money.
Their white
Now,
kids are gonna do
they
it.
just hopefully they'll spend their millions.
Wait a minute.
wisely,
Wait.
but yeah.
rappers.
If you feel like that, if you feel
Right.
like he's
You're right.
if you
They're
feel like
fine.
he's ratchet, then what's 6ix9ine?
White,
Scum gang.
white gang music.
Yes, it's white,
White
gang music.
gang music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go into 6ix9ine. Google.
It's like, you ever heard that nigga? You remember what was the most popular gang nigga? What's that nigga name? Dirty Sprite Soda. Yeah, go. We made that song.
yeah,
like,
with
Joe.
the soda.
Bitches love soul. So what was that nigga name?
Oh, I don't remember
Chief
his
Keef.
name.
Chief
That was Chief
Keef.
Keef?
Yeah.
Is,
Oh,
and
Love
Tekashi
Sauce is
6ix9ine. Chief Keef is the black version of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Correct. Tekashi 6ix9ine is the white version of Chief Keef.
But so some suburbanites might like him, but white people and
Love
Hispanic people love him.
6ix9ine.
And then his personality. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his
He has
personality is a
wonderful
troll,
personality.
and that's the thing about it.
I
is
love his personality.
He's a great spokesman. Like, if he doesn't get killed in the next 10 years, he needs to get on TV because his antics are worthy of watching.
He's gonna get a TV show.
Exactly. His antics are worthy of watching. Like, his music, but again, you're watching him
I've never
mostly for
heard
the
one song by
personality.
him I like.
I mean,
6ix9ine?
I love Coda. Coda's my shit.
Never heard one song by him already.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, again, we didn't have to like the same thing. But the new Gooba thing, it was pretty nice.
That song is trash.
I really like it for the women, but it's,
The video?
yeah, I really like it for the women. But
Bruh,
the song,
that song is trash.
the song itself doesn't matter. It's about the personality.
Like,
That's
even
why.
if I listen to it, like it's incoherent.
I feel like some of his
and it's
names
just
remind
yelling.
me of video game pawns.
Correct.
You know what I'm talking about?
Chaka.
No, I'm talking about like the
No,
name,
no,
like,
no,
like,
his
like
names.
Goombas or
Yeah. No, his names are
Dummy.
His
you know,
names are fucking video game
Stupid.
stuff.
You know,
Is you stupid, dumb? I was like, what is this?
Or you stupid, dumb, or what's the third
I
one?
don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is he does great
As somebody
earworms.
who used to record, I'm just sitting right there watching him, just like, what is this?
he enjoys himself though.
Yeah, but that's part of it is that
Bro,
he has the
imagine
confidence.
what was that nigga name, bro? Who's coming here? Nappy
Confidence cells.
Nappy Roots.
Jeans. Nappy jeans.
Nappy jeans.
Got the what's his name? What his name? T.
You know, you record this nigga. Like the confidence that he has, I'll be watching this nigga like
He got the same confidence.
I was in the studio recently watching somebody else record. I'm just like, this song is trash.
But most of the songs that you hear, I hate to tell you this, but they're going to be trash. It's just whether it's trash that sells or trash that doesn't. So
Agreed.
When you say Goomba is trash, it's like, yeah.
No,
but
that
is it
song is straight up trash.
again, is it trash?
Like it's no, like
No, no, no.
there's nothing about it. The beat's not even good. It's an all right beat, but his
You're
flow's
mad.
not good.
She's mad. They're mad. Again, it's about the presentation.
Was there a hook on that song? Because I can't make it through it.
No, there was not a hook on it.
Okay, yeah. Apparently not. Maybe I thought I missed it. That song is trash.
That's
It's again,
That's why I was like,
again, it's not for you.
It's definitely not for him.
But what is for you?
I ain't gonna say all of his stuff was bad. But,
The Little Skies Riot song. How do you like it?
actually, it's
that's never a good
average.
place
It's
to start.
average.
listen to
It's
it
average.
and don't remember it. Now,
It's
what does
average.
that
No.
tell you?
I remember it because
That's
I
true.
just heard it. It's average to me. It's average.
It's average. And
I
this nigga's
do.
trying to
I
make
do.
a
Was
comeback.
that song
I know, right?
Tycoon on Future album? Tycoon.
Thing?
Side note, because I heard that song. I ain't listened to the album yet.
Yeah, Tycoon's on there. It's
Yeah, I
number
like
19.
Tycoon.
Okay. Well, that's why I said the beginning and the
Like,
middle.
turn it up, just right, but I'm not listening to your lyrics.
But you know, that's how a lot of something music is now. Like the one that he was just not talking about. That's how I
Goomba.
felt.
Yeah.
Rap
And
music I've noticed is like that, where it's not necessarily about the lyrics, it's about the beat that you come
And
up
the flow.
with and the flow.
And maybe the hook, maybe the hook.
But some music is like that,
something.
where you listen to it, you're not listening to it to be enlightened or anything.
I
You just
explained it once.
you
It's
just listen
cupcakes.
to it just to
It's
bash
not,
your head
it's
and keep
not for
moving.
fulfillment.
Yeah.
It's like a cupcake. It just tastes good.
It just tastes good.
It just tastes good.
So, you know,
does.
that's
Yeah,
trap
no
music.
nutritional value.
No nutritional value. Just trap
Some
music.
of these
so.
people have nutritional value.
But at least if you're gonna come up with a cupcake, make sure you put some goddamn sugar in it.
yeah, because a sugar-free cupcake is just a waste of time.
No, and actually, and the
Sugar-free
fake
cupcake is just
sugar
bread.
is even worse.
That
Okay,
fake icing, that whipped cream icing?
Yeah, no.
I won't even
come
eat
with,
that
Come
shit.
with the real shit. Okay,
Cream cheese icing is better.
come
All right.
on now.
All right.
I love cream
Cupcake
cheese
aside,
icing.
back in my day.
Oh yeah, this is a new segment we're gonna start. When everybody now and then you're gonna pick your album and go like, man, back in my day, I listened to this album, and I went back. It was just I was on 285 and I was just riding, and I was thinking of something. It was this song called "The Cut Song." I don't know if y'all remember. It was on the radio back in 2001. I don't know. I was a young kid. Didn't listen to the album back then, but I listen to it now. It's by Slim Cutter Calhoun. The song is "You Cut Me and I Cut You." You don't remember that?
It does sound familiar.
All these naughty girls wanna fuck.
Oh.
The album was called The Skinny. This album, I couldn't find another album by him. I found mixtapes. His name was Slim Calhoun. Y'all should go back and listen to this album. Killer Mike was on here. Backbone, Big Boy, Andre 3000. Sleepy Brown was also on this album. This is before everybody got super big. So this came out 2001. It was a total of 17 tracks, and I say 75% of this album is excellent. Excellent. And I always wondered, like, did it just fail sales-wise? And I looked it up. Couldn't find shit on it. That's how people didn't even listen to this shit.
Well,
this was a good album.
That's why I challenged you to edit the Wikipedia page, because there's nothing on Wikipedia about it.
Yes.
So you should do it.
Yo, Mr. Slim Calhoun, you probably not as famous as you used to be, so you should come on our show. I'm pretty sure he with the Dungeon family and everybody, because I'm pretty sure he's still connected to them, because I found him on other people's album, and I'm just like, yo, what happened? I want to know your story, because I couldn't find anything about you.
Well, that's why I'm challenging you to edit the Wikipedia.
He got
because he doesn't have one.
He had an album come out in 2020. It was a mixtape called Loose Leaf Volume 4.
2020?
Yes.
This year?
Yes. And then before then, nothing came out before 2012.
So
that's how
this
long
is
it's
why
been.
I'm saying you need to edit the Wikipedia page and add all this stuff on.
Yo, our listeners, go listen to The Skinny. I got Apple Music, so it took me a good hour to listen to it, and I just cruised through it. Right before the South got into just beats, it's like beats and lyrics. You know, not nothing super special out of the norm, but he's consistent. You should go listen to this album. Back in my day.
In his day.
The Skinny.
And nigga I'm disappointed of the week is going to Boosie Badass.
Man, boy.
For him bragging about pedophile shit. So in summary, if you don't know anything about it, Boosie bragged about paying an adult woman to have sexual contact, implied oral sex, with his 12-year-old son to quote-unquote make him a man. People are pissed because they consider that to be molestation.
It is.
And attribute it to black boy pain and brokenness.
No.
An unhealthy outlook on men-women relationship.
No.
In addition,
that part
we
is
can
bullshit.
most certainly assume that Boosie is not keeping this same energy with his now 12-year-old daughter.
Well, men and women, as you say, we go by different rules.
Yeah, different rules, definitely. I do agree.
Well, there's different rules and there's shit that's illegal.
I'm just saying, period. We just men and women. That's not even comparable. So let's throw that out the window.
It's
how you raise your son and how you raise your daughter
from the fact that if we were to switch this over to someone being like, yeah, my son said he's gay, so I paid an old nigga to fuck him. No, you don't do it with kids.
Stop bringing up D-Wade, all right?
No, D-Wade has changed his son. His son is now a daughter. So that's a whole nother can of worms. I'm not even
Wait. First thing first, is it his son or is it his?
What if his son identifies as an adult?
No. That is funny. That is funny.
If you can identify as a woman, then you can identify as an adult.
No, you can't.
I can identify as a tuna fish.
You could, but you'd still be a tuna fish at however old you are. You can't be a tuna fish that's suddenly now 37, 8, 38.
Oh, we can let him identify as a woman, but we can't let somebody identify as a different age.
Yes, that's how it goes.
You just made that up.
No, that's how it goes.
You made that up.
Sorry, Ryder, you had something.
So, with the whole 12-year-old thing, pedophilia. Well, it's not pedophilia because that pedophilia is you put posting here and doing that shit. But it is sex with a minor, so that is illegal. Period. It is illegal in the United States. So technically, it's statutory rape. So hopefully that chick, she keep her head down because not, man.
She's a prostitute, so it's probably not.
Yeah. But yeah, that's illegal. Now I will say this, right? This mentality of getting a boy getting ready to be a man. That is a huge question, and it's not necessarily out there in the world. A boy has to become a man. How is the right way to go about it? Like when it comes to sex, right? Sex is a taboo. Most people are like, you just figure it out. And then you're experienced at it. You don't know, and then you know. But how do you know? And most people experience it versus just talking about it, really getting to see how other people feel about it, how they feel about themselves. And that's an issue. This man right now is 12-year-old, has a sexual experience. And here's the funny part, right? He's probably going to growing up, being actually good at sex. And women going to like him when they basically sleep with him.
He's going to be rich. So
that's true. Hey, but you still can be rich and be good at sex, okay? So, and you also have people that are rich or bad at sex too. Like if you ask
women. It doesn't matter. If you're rich, you're always good at sex.
No,
whatever.
No.
Yeah.
There's an entire website dedicated to busting niggas' bubbles.
No. So,
trust me.
Good sex is good sex, and people don't necessarily know how to have it.
And the people women say are good would surprise you.
Yeah, so like that conversation, I think needs to be spurred up as in, okay,
it's the unofficial hoe facts.
sex wise, what do you need for sex? What do other people need for sex? I think that conversation more needs to start happening in how we raise young people that don't know to people who do know and make better decisions. I think that conversation needs to be better.
Sex amongst children is taboo, but they fucking have it. Whether this is like the prostitution, that's a whole nother can of worms. I get it.
Yeah. But
we don't talk about children and sex. That's around 6th grade.
Well,
y'all remember 6th grade, right?
Yeah,
weren't like a good 25% of people claiming to have sex.
Yeah, but they're all liars. Like maybe 10% of the people.
Whoa.
Some of those people
then in
lying.
the day, probably 10% and they were lying. Now those numbers are probably actually accurate or even more.
Correct.
Well, yeah, but that's because we failed our children in the current day. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But the problem is everyone was talking about that's pedophilia and all this kind of stuff. But I'm just like,
well, no, the woman is definitely a pedophile.
Oh, the woman, most definitely. But either way it goes, we're talking about sex and children, which is taboo. So we're never going to have an honest conversation.
Well, no, we can have an honest conversation. That's what we're having right now.
Yeah, we can.
But that's part of what I'm saying.
But society needs to. And we need to not just have the conversation. What is going to be the playbook on how we educate our youth about sex?
Right, South, they had that conversation.
They had that conversation. Really. It's called "We're not having that conversation."
Yeah, sex it.
And that's what leads to what we have now. And him saying, "I'm going to make my son a man by doing this."
Well,
so
that's part of the.
Well,
problem.
if you see the media projections of quote unquote, I'm sorry, I don't want to use this nigga's son. How they treated D Wade's son for being a hero or transgender warrior.
Oh, not they treated
warrior.
It. It's the media. But the difference is you don't give a shit about the media most of the time.
I don't.
Why do you care about the media this one time?
What I'm saying is your son may come across that or daughter, and that may be a confusing standpoint for them. The internet
that's
is
something
open.
that you have a conversation with your child about.
But that goes back to what he's saying.
No, having a conversation with your child is different from your child being like, "Hey, Dad, I want to have sex." It's like, nigga, no.
Let me ask you a question. When the first time you ever seen a transgender person?
It wasn't until I was in my 20s.
Exactly. But when did the conversation come about? They always exist.
Well, no, they always existed, but it was things that we didn't think about. Because the first real transgender person that we saw was the Rocky Picture Horror Show.
Yeah, but we were kids, black kids.
I know, but what I'm saying is that
we're talking about like grandma, mom.
But you saw in Blockbuster, you saw that disc, and you were like, "What the hell is this?"
We didn't have that. I'm thinking like the black man in dresses would be like grandmama, Martin, and what's her name?
Medea.
No, Martin. The show Martin.
No, I know, he did.
What was the neighbor called? Shanae?
Yeah.
Like I never thought that people generally existed like that, and nobody explained that shit to me. I guess it was for comedy.
You had to figure it out the hard way.
Yeah.
Well, back then, that was the problem, is that it was used as comedy.
And I'm telling you, it's not changing.
Well, it's changed, but it's changed in a way that is negative, because now, whenever a black man puts on a dress, it's generally done for comedic effect, instead of saying like, some of them niggas do like wearing dresses. And that's a conversation that we need to have, because you're going to see some things outside of this house that we're not doing in this house. You can do when you're 18 in this house, or in your house. But that's the conversation we need to have. Like if my son came to me and said, "I want to be a woman," it's like, all right, we'll see what you say when you 17. Like, let's have this conversation later when you're actually someone who gets to make that choice.
If my son walked into
I would add on to that. I would actually probably also have conversations with him too, saying, "Okay, why do you want to be a transition, or why do you like wearing dresses? How does it make you feel?" Like, I would get more into it, and then, okay, you want to do this? Let's see if it's consistent. Let's see if you feel about this like a year from now. Check back in a year. You still feel that way? Another year. You 17 now, you get to make your own decision. Or 18, you get to make your own decision now. Do what you feel right. That's
correct.
What's right.
I agree with you. Once you're 18,
yeah, it's a done deal.
Don't bring them nigga back to my house.
So, but again, like with sex,
yeah, nigga, you're gonna have to bring him back.
I hear you.
See, the thing about the transgender thing and transitioning and versus the sex thing, that requires oneself. It's only talking about an individual, one person. Sex is more than one person. That's what we're talking about.
True.
We're talking about an interaction between multiple people here. So are you educated enough to make a decision about yourself and another person going down at the same time? Let's be real. Sex is fun. And especially when you do it right. That shit is fan-fucking-tastic.
You do it wrong.
Oh, yeah. But like when you are doing it like with another person, and then you don't know about the consequences, because a consequences is baby, right? Consequences is STDs.
That's a blessing.
No.
Depending on how you look at it. You're right, depending on how you look at it. But if an 18-year-old is having a baby, 9 times out of 10 is probably not a good thing. Like they're gonna have to fucking struggle for 20 some odd years raising them and raising themselves too. So
that's what I'm saying. Depends on who you are.
But yeah, like diseases, that's also consequences. They need to be informed. If you're gonna have sex, okay, cool, but this is what you need to know.
It's not okay, cool.
And those are conversations they need to continuously keep having. And I know physicians have them with their patients. And you'd be surprised on how physicians are actually implementing them. Some physicians are doing a great job. Others are like, what's that? Talk to your parents about that. So, again, how are we going to go about this?
That's patient-doctor shit.
Well, yeah, the patient-doctor thing is a whole different thing. But my main thing here is that Boosie's going over the line doing all this other shit.
It is over the line.
If his child was... To be honest, if his child was 6...
fucking child.
No. You don't get to own your kids. Your kids are wards of the state.
But remember, he's going to be affecting other people when it comes to decisions of sex. Sex is not just about oneself. It's also about interactions with others. So you need to be mindful of that too.
If his child was 16, to be honest, this probably wouldn't have even registered anywhere.
Nope, it wouldn't have. But again...
when you do it when your child is 12, 13, 14... as like a birthday
it can
thing.
Scar.
But people are having sex at 12, 13, and 14.
Yes.
Agreed.
But that's children. It's different if kids are like, oh, I discovered my body. Oh, it's different if it's a grown-ass woman being like, let me show you how we make you a man. And then you get that idea of that be making you a man. That is not making you a man.
I don't know if that makes him a man or not, because I wouldn't do no shit like that with my son. I would probably ask him to abstain from sex personally. But to each his own.
Well,
I will say this though.
The same sex, nigga, you're not gonna have sex up in there.
No, like generally, I'd be like, bro, it's not really worth it. Get money, then you can get all the sex.
Well, so here's the thing I'm gonna say about that. Right? There's different perspectives on sex and on adulthood. In the States, 18, they're considering you an adult. You make your own decisions.
I'm 17 here.
When you travel, when you travel outside,
18 if it's with a white woman.
When you travel outside the United States, it's different. In the UK. I know 16. It's 16 over there.
At 16, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
But hold up now. Let's go to the islands of, our
Caribbean
allies, right? Our Caribbean allies, it's like 13, 14.
That's the problem with them.
So,
it's 13, 14. You have the pedophile niggas coming there like, oh, yeah.
And it's legal over there. So, again, it's differences
white
on
people,
where you are.
I am disappointed.
Puerto Ricans, man. This little 15-year-old girl was out there trying to make her some money.
Exactly. Like I said, white people, I'm disappointed. We know who goes to these little islands.
Epstein in it.
Exactly. But really quickly, I wanted to run through. We're not going to do the baddest women entertainment. We have to do it another time.
Good job.
Are men overreacting to finding out the girl has an OnlyFans?
It depends on the situation. I think it depends on the relationship.
The answer is no. If she didn't tell you that she got an OnlyFans, that is a...
Am I benefiting from this?
Well, she pulling in $1,000 every
month.
Yeah,
most definitely.
No. Because she's making the money doesn't necessarily make it your money if you're in a relalarelationship.
Your relationship is like that.
You know what I'm saying?
You get $1,000 a week. You get $1,000 a week, nigga. I'll say 500. 500.
I don't think she gonna give you 500.
That's my bitch.
She go
on display for these niggas.
So you're pimping your chick. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
obviously she's pimping herself. She needs assistance.
No, she doesn't. She'll make this money either way.
Yeah, she did all that stuff herself. I was basically being security for her.
Correct. Protection.
Yeah. Armstead, she don't need protection.
You're right, but
these niggas ain't seeing her.
Hey, they are seeing her, dog. That's
no, they're seeing her, but they're not seeing her.
They're paying the video.
I guarantee I can find a chick on OnlyFans. I guarantee I can find her.
No. I'm not saying you can't.
No.
There's a whole bunch of, there's some stuff. How you feel about Armstead?
I feel him on the same way. If it's benefiting both of us, and I don't have to know this beforehand. Like if she just...
Well, no, I'm just saying you found out. That's why I was saying
find out is
that's the problem is because that's emotional cheating.
Finding out is different because then you are hiding it.
Exactly.
Versus,
because my OnlyFans page, slang to the left, hook. 32. Nobody knows about it.
Wait, 32?
From the ground. 32 inches from the ground.
Oh, man.
You ain't shit. There are billions of social media pages, and not one of them is dedicated to teaching women accountability. Yes or no?
Say that one more time.
There are billions of social media pages, and not one of them is dedicated to teaching women accountability.
No, they
true
don't
or false?
have to have
True.
Just true, but they don't have to have accountability. It is what it is.
I mean,
they should if you want to live a...
If you're gonna marry that woman, she better be a little accountable.
What do you mean a little? I guess it depends.
She'll never be fully accountable.
She better be accountable.
She'll be fully accountable, hopefully, to you, because the two of you should be accountable to each other.
If you're in a relationship and you're trying to uplift yourself and others, you need to be accountable.
That's the minimum.
Yeah.
Well, 60% being the minimum is still better than most.
Yeah.
That's still
Future said something. Could you read that statement or you don't have it in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me. Go ahead.
God, please, let me pull it up. Well, keep going.
All right. So what I'm going to say is that I was going to shout out to Kima and Mr. Victor. They was listening to us, and they shot us out in the Melanin Lounge on Friday. But one of the things that they brought up is an open relationship a relationship? Is multiple wives all right?
Yes.
So open relationship is not. Is multiple wives all right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna say, yeah. A relationship that of that
Open
type
relationship is a
open relationship is a relationship.
That's what I thought.
It is, in my opinion, it is. And having multiple wives, there's nothing wrong with it. And guess what? People choose that. So if I said to Ryder, "Yo, will you marry me?" Your answer gonna be,
Hell no, nigga. I'm a man.
and guess what? That's a choice, right? Other men, they do it differently, and I don't go that way anyway. But I'm just saying it's a choice. So when you have multiple wives, you're saying, "Hey, look, can I marry you?" They'd be like, "Okay, yes." "Oh, I'm gonna take on another wife. Can I marry you?" They're gonna say yes. There you go.
Now, one
But it's a
caveat
choice.
here:
It is a
do
choice.
not tell the United States government that you are marrying this person. This
Polygamy has actually became legal in somewhere weird, like Utah or something like that, or Arizona. Or something.
Utah is
yeah,
so
but
weird.
Utah, you don't want to live there.
No,
Open relationship is a relationship too. I wanted to put my 2 cents.
Okay,
in.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
yeah,
Because that's the
yeah.
problem. Is they're like, yeah, but I'm not enough. No. The open relationship isn't saying that you're not enough. Variety is a spice of life.
There you go.
Sometimes, I may not be around for a little while, and if you want to get some, singles, that's fine. Please believe I'm getting, doubles, triples, quadruples. But if you want to get a little single, you get yourself a single.
But
Okay.
again,
I mean, if you want to be, you got the future thing.
Yeah.
You got the
Oh,
future. Go ahead.
It's terrible, by the way. Men don't leave good women. Every woman think they a good person. Women be narcissistic as hell. They always be like, my toxic trait is that I have a big heart. No, your toxic trait is that you're narcissistic, who think the worst thing about them is something positive. I hate to break it to you, but every woman on earth is not a dope person.
I mean, that's true.
that is true.
Yeah, what he said is true. But how
I mean, again, he didn't say it right, but at the same time, Future's leveled up because on Mother's Day, he shout out all his baby mamas.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised that Future had something good to say about Sierra.
I never thought about that, dog. I never heard a woman say I fucked up. Like, period. It's always like,
It's-
No.
No,
I've heard
it happens.
I've
It
heard
happens.
I've heard a
It
woman say
happens,
it
but
after
it's
you
rare.
dragged it out of her.
oh, you gotta drag it out of her.
Yeah, you got to drag it out of her.
Yeah.
I'll own my shit
Well, yeah,
But that's
with comedy.
comedy.
it depends on the character of the person.
it does depend on the character
I
of
have
the
a
person.
little character.
So now that we got 2 minutes left, bonus round. This or that. Would you rather hang out with with Donald Trump or Mark Cuban? I'm taking Mark Cuban because
Donald Trump.
Who's Mark Cuban?
Fun. Mark Cuban is the nigga who owns the people down south.
The nigga from that show Shark Account, dog.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, whatever.
He's a Cuban guy.
Cuban guy.
I'm going with Trump.
Yeah, we Trump.
We Trump.
Trump.
You really niggas going with Trump?
Yeah.
Even though I don't like him politically,
Well, no, I think the problem with Trump is that I'm gonna be bored with that nigga like halfway through the day.
Oh, hell
Because
no.
once he does enough of that voice,
Is
I'm gonna
it
be
President Donald Trump or Donald Trump?
like, no, just Donald Trump, not
Not
President
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Now, see, if
He's a
you
very entertaining person.
If you
yeah.
said
He's very
President
entertaining.
Donald Trump, that would have been more fun. Because then we could go on Air Force One. I can see what it's about.
Yippee 80s Donald Trump still exists, bro.
Well, no.
Yippee
See,
lifestyle.
if it's 80s Donald Trump, then that's gonna be better than Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
80s
I don't
Donald
really
Trump
know
was
too
fun.
much about Mark Cuban.
So you're gonna go with Trump?
I probably will go with, especially if it's probably
Trump. Bonus round question number 2. Would you rather find out that your best friend watches your mother's OnlyFans or your sister's? If it's my sister, I'm probably gonna have to kill you.
Yeah, I'm
sister
kind of feeling the same way.
Why would my mom have one?
Don't worry about that.
I like carrot, nigga. He can hit it.
Again, if it's my sister, I'm
Go
probably
up.
gonna have to kill you.
No, I'm going to kill you because
That's
it's
a
like,
man
look,
code
dog,
violation.
Look, yeah, bro code. Like,
That's a
hey,
man
like,
code violation.
Yeah, it's man code. So you can watch the mother and it's still
I
like,
think our
yo,
codes are
bro.
different.
I mean, that's okay. But the thing about it is, if my mom was putting something like that,
Bro, you don't control
out,
your sister's vagina.
I'm
Nor
not
you-
trying to
really,
control
I-
my sister's
yeah.
vagina. I'm saying as a man, you should be like, hey,
She
bro.
belongs to the streets.
Exactly.
Not to you or me. The streets.
If he had said that though, that's still better. All nigga has to do is to be like, yo, bro, your sister belong to the street. What do you mean by that? I'm just letting you know your sister belong to the streets. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's like, give a nigga a heads up. If I find out that you secretly watching my sister, it's gonna be like, so you just going.
How is it?
That's
she got
kind of
the
like
bank.
that's kind of like me getting upset that my sister don't became a
Porn star?
no, not porn star. Let's just say
Stripper?
she became but not that type of stripper, like the one where they just dance like ballerina type stuff. But what's the other one I'm thinking about? It's
Oh, she's doing the I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of it, but
She's a pole dancer.
Whatever.
let's
the pole
just
dancers
go
are
with
the
pole
ones that do
dancer.
the- that do
Let's
the
go with pole
classy stuff.
dancer. You know, and this is how she makes money. You know what I'm saying? And I get mad at
And
you
you just
for
gave her
watching
money.
it. Yeah, you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
if you're watching my sister pole dance, I think that's a little bit better than my sister playing with herself.
Hey, if your girlfriend was a stripper, can we go to the club and throw money at her?
No.
You dating a stripper.
Yeah, you dating a stripper.
I understand dating a stripper. I don't want you to see what I see.
Nigga, you want me to give you a ride?
Everybody else get to see it.
You want me to give you a ride there?
I don't want you to
I'll
see
give you a
it,
ride
nigga.
there.
Nigga, I don't want you to see it.
I'm gonna just be like, yo, tell me which girl up here easy. I mean, I know you naked, but let me know.
Terrible. What's better for home defense? Shotgun or an AR-15?
Shotgun.
Shotgun. The reason is because AR-15 go through too many walls, man. Them bullets keep going, bro. And every bullet is a lawsuit. Black men, make sure that you get yourself your weapon carry permit. It's not hard at all. And with the state shut down, they pretty much just taking applications.
But
So,
wait, though, what type of shotgun are we talking about here?
you can be any
Like-
shotgun you want.
Like let's do it. Let's limit it like this. Let's say AR-15 versus 2-barrel shotgun.
Shotgun.
Still shotgun.
Still shotgun?
Still shotgun. All right.
There's a chance you can miss with that shotgun now.
There is a
The
chance.
chance is low,
There's a chance.
but there's
we
a
talking
chance.
about 10 to 15 feet.
There's only
you
2
winning.
bullets.
Correct.
So you got to reload. And they have AR-15.
Nah, that shotgun gonna cut through him.
Correct. Who's a better thief?
I'll still shoot
Nathan
shotgun.
Drake or Indiana Jones?
Nathan.
Oh,
Drake.
Nathan.
Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake.
And
Which
he's
more
not a thief, he's a
African American?
discoverer.
Yeah, he's a, yeah.
Which more African American? Sports or cookouts? Cookouts.
I'm saying cookouts too.
Cookouts.
Cookouts predated.
Yeah, cookouts.
What age would you rather live for a week? 19 or 25? I'd rather live a week at 25 just because I feel like
19.
I was really
Yeah, I
getting
would
my
say
stuff.
19.
Didn't I predict this last night?
We both predicted it.
What about you, Ryder?
What do you? 25.
We
25.
predicted that. We
I
19.
knew more at 25 than I did at 9.
Exactly. I
yeah.
knew more at 25 than I did then, and I had a better life. There's a lot of parties, a lot of fun
stuff. All
stuff.
the parties,
Strippers,
trips,
all kinds of fun stuff. 19, it was just college, books, and a girlfriend that didn't become my wife. Last but not least, would you rather, as my favorite question, be stuck on an island with no hope of rescue with prime Lisa Leslie or prime Serena Williams?
Williams,
Lisa
all
Leslie.
the way.
Lisa Leslie balling like a
Leslie.
bitch. Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, I don't want to be. We don't talk about it, but she kind of got strong ass shoulders.
No. Back in prime time, Serena Williams didn't have them shoulders. Them shoulders came when she got
I
out
don't
of
know
the
what
prime.
you consider prime time because I think she's still in that prime time.
I mean, she is kind of
That
still in her prime time,
bubble-
but I was considering them younger.
That bubble is amazing.
Because I looked at the picture
I'm
that
all
Kobe
day.
had.
All
She
day.
ain't light skinned though.
Did you see the picture of Kobe and Lisa Leslie? I was like, God damn, Lisa Leslie used to be cute.
Yeah, Lisa Leslie.
You used to be cute as shit.
She's not that cute.
No, she's not. That's what I was saying. Like, I look back. That's why I knew the picture was old, because I saw Lisa Leslie when Kobe had hair.
Yeah,
Back when Kobe had hair.
yeah.
So that was a long time
She was
ago.
in a movie I saw recently.
I would say Serena.
You can go
I
Serena?
knew you was gonna say Serena. I'm going with Lisa Leslie.
Well, thanks again, ladies and
Players
gentlemen.
Club titties.
We gonna go ahead and close
I'm
everything
gonna
out.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out real quick because this whole pandemic thing that's going on with the whole COVID thing, and people that are graduating now ain't gonna have the whole ceremony that they're supposed to have.
Shout out to the graduates.
Graduates of 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Definitely shout out.
We got this
2020.
song coming out called "Graduation" on our website. We'll put
Coming
it out
soon.
this week.
We're gonna put it out
This week.
Ryder, anything last for the people?
Hey, man, no, just shout out. Yeah, 2020 graduates. Congrats. Hey, man, we're going through hard times. Hey, let's just be mindful of one another, and we're going to get through it, man. Let's keep on moving forward.
Hey, that's a bit. Peace.